Oh, people!
I gotta watch that movie.
All right, we're going into the review now. Now, let's do it. Let me just prep myself. We get into the review. Now, yes, let's do it. Review time. If you're just tuning in, this is a drunk review. I've had 4 drinks. You can see the drinks stacked right here. I've been drinking at home. I drank before the show. I am. If you've been listening to rants before the show, I'm drunk, man. I'm fucked up. So I'm gonna try to do this review.
Monster truck, monster trucks, monster trucks, monster trucks, monster trucks. Oh!
So we're reviewing Silence right now. No, we're going to review Monster Trucks right now, and this is why we're drunk, because sometimes a movie, just in concept, sounds so terrible that we have to get drunk for it just to let go of our true opinions, our true feelings about it, and just to have a little fun. So the trailer for it speaks for itself, but I mean, just to give you the very quick synopsis of this high concept film right here, it's a monster that hides in a truck.
I don't get it.
Yeah, what would you call that? How would you title that movie?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Again, I see you're confused,
Yeah.
a little perplexed. I don't do it justice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for Monster Trucks.
Hey, Trip.
Hey, Sam.
You want to see something crazy? This place is sleeping out right now. Told you never seen anything like this.
Local residents have reported numerous sightings of an unidentified creature.
We're looking for something unusual, something dangerous. What are you? There's something going on here. I don't even know how to begin to explain.
Take a look.
He likes hiding in my truck. This thing is awesome. It's smart. It is an engine for my truck. Isn't that right, Creech?
You named him Creech. Think you can keep up with me? You got it!
You see that?
Show off! Aren't you curious about where it came from?
I'm gonna get you home and away from whoever's after you.
I want you to know I actually argued for this shit at one time. I actually defended this shit at one time. I'm not saying I don't like it or I do like it. I just said I argued for this.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing. Give it a chance.
Come on, man. It looks like a good family film.
It's for the kids.
I love you too.
Trip, watch out! Now's a good time to take charge.
Let go! I can see better than you! Hey, get back in there!
Trip touched his eye.
Trip, this man might have a word with you.
I'm not going anywhere with you. Yes, you are. The monster is in the truck!
Whoa, did you see that? Did that just happen?
Oh, yeah, it did.
I'm a scientist. I want to help you. We're a family.
What do you need? Trucks.
You picked something up from watching me?
A week ago, you were riding a bicycle.
Oh, I really hope they have their seatbelts on. Let's go!
Okay, Creech, let's get you fed.
I like your truck.
Thanks.
Well, don't tell me I didn't earn this shit right here. 11:30 in the goddamn morning watching fucking Monster Trucks.
Why'd you do that to
Why'd you
yourself?
get that early?
Because you know what? Even when I know I'm gonna get fucked up, I prepare. Even for Monster Trucks, I prepare. I'm a professional. It might not look like it right now, but I prepare for this shit. I try to be professional for it, and this shit right there. You know, sometimes I'm glad. I'm glad that I drank before some shit, because that way I can just unleash. I don't have to be nice no more. I can just tell you about shit like the way it is. Because this shit is baffling right here. You know, because here's the thing with this movie right here. And it's funny because you see things just come to fruition. It's funny how you give insults to stuff and realize how right you are. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at a movie and said, God damn, did a 4-year-old write this shit? Well, for this, yes. Yeah, the studio says, why, yes, it is. Yes, they did. The whole... I'm not bullshitting.
There's some Spock kid shit.
It's
Was it Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. You remember Rob Rodriguez said I did Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Bomb. Was because of
his son.
Because of his son telling me stories before bedtime. This shit right here started as the idea of a 4-year-old who was the son of an executive. Now I'm sorry, not just an executive, but the president of Paramount at the time, Adam Goodwin.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
This dude.
Why didn't you stop this from happening, man?
I wasn't there, man. I apologize.
Yeah. There's dudes out there who are 35 years old saying, God damn, I've been trying to sell a script for the last 15 years, and I work in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. Oh, but this little goddamn rugrat right here just happens. This is nepotism for your ass right here. This little rugrat just happens to be the son of the president of Paramount, Adam Wood, and he gets his script written in crayon, just pushed right through. Oh my God, the business of Hollywood is crazy, man, and. I don't want y'all to worry about it because a lot of people are mad about this shit. They hating. How dare this kid get a chance before I do? Well, that 4-year-old also caused daddy to lose his job.
What?
Dude, it's a script. Okay, not a script, but it's a concept by a 4-year-old that cost over $100 million. What the fuck you think is going to happen?
It should have been fired before it got to $100 million.
This right here, it cost $100, and I'm not talking about profit. I'm talking about a loss. This is a loss of $115 million before it even got released. I'm looking at this on a website right here, which is independent.co.uk. They say that a programming impairment charge of $115 million in its filmed entertainment segment in its fiscal quarter related to the expected performance of an unreleased film. A movie this was supposed to be released a year ago.
No.
I'm sorry. We're in 2017 right now. Over a year ago, the summer of 2015. Ooh. That truck been parked for a year and a half right now.
Wow.
And they laughing because this 4-year-old, this kid got a lot of power. Yeah. They say he went in and he fucked up the whole food chain because not only did Pops lose his job, but a few people, and you can go look at this on Slate, a few people, they came in right after him. I'm going to read the names, but you can see it. Vice presidents, HR, shit.
The HR carnage. The HR carnage product.
That's what they say. HR carnage product has already left in his way. Shit, there's a janitor that got fired for just being in the same room when they thought of this shit.
I just refilled the toilet paper. God damn.
Yeah. This is insane. This is fucking Hollywood for you. There's people out there with scripts that could probably win an Academy Award right now, but a 4-year-old somehow pushed monster trucks through.
This has got to be the smartest 4-year-old ever. This is some, was it Baby Geniuses shit? If he got all this through Paramount. Paramount.
No, he just had dad in a high position.
Granddaddy, right?
Yeah, that Pops was just happened to be the president of the company. He gone now. He gone, and a lot of people who followed that dream with him. And I'm gonna tell you something about this.
He should be ashamed of himself.
He should. No, he should be goddamn ashamed of himself.
I hope he's grounded forever.
Yeah, that's a major timeout for your ass right now. That's when you pull that belt out, whoop his ass.
Mm-hmm. Make him watch this.
Yeah. Convince me into making this shit. Motherfucker, go to your room.
I know we're past the trimesters, kid, but you gotta go.
Damn, man, I fucked up, and I even know that's wrong. That's way wrong, man.
I told y'all he was batshit insane.
That's way wrong, man. But kind of right.
That's not that wrong.
Now here's the thing. So as you can see, if you give a movie called Monster Trucks to a 4-year-old and let him make that shit, and the company loses over $100 million, this is not the movie that you just got. This is the movie you deserved right here. And you deserved everything you got after that.
Mm-hmm. All nothing of it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But, looking at this, I'm gonna tell you, man. I think that this is something that probably could have worked. Because there's so many things in this movie that could have worked, that show promise, that maybe could have been so weird that people would have been, it piqued interest and people saw it and the adults and kids would have loved it. Because, I mean, I'm looking at, first of all, because I told you, I looked at the trailer a long time ago, and I thought that trailer, I get made fun of all the time for, like, defending trailers, but you know, I try to go in and be fair with things. I saw the trailer for this. I mean, it's called Monster Trucks. It's actually a monster in a truck. Because what I thought was, you know, you got to have some balls to make this shit.
Yeah.
You know, you can't take
Fast and Furious for kids.
Yeah. That's some confidence for your ass if you actually, this movie comes to fruition. Somebody believed hard in this shit and believed it could have worked. And I looked at it and I thought, all right, one thing selling me, you know, just on the point that they got a creature in here. Kids love creatures, man. Especially they love creatures that are friendly. And, you know, maybe I'll find one day and he'll be friends with me. And the creature in here is actually kind of cool. I mean, he go raw on your ass if you don't make him mad or something. You know?
When he gets mad, his mouth turns into a butthole.
Yeah. With teeth.
Yeah.
Asshole with teeth. Mm-hmm. But friendly.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at this, but, you know, but if you treat him right, he's nice. Things are cool, and I look at this creature, I'm like, you know something, this could have been cool, man. This could have been fun. I'm looking at this creature right here. It looks like a cross between like a shark, a whale, a puppy, and a happy fucking fat dude. And an octopus. Because you remember those parts when he's drinking oil and he just laid out and shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually kind of cute.
He was like prepping for the drunk show.
Yeah, exactly. Right, like me right now. Oh, shit, fuck.
There was even a moment when I think he was drunk driving in this movie.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you look at it, it's like somebody made the kids' version of Sharktopus. You know? Like if Sharktopus became like a cool guy and drove a shitty truck, you know, that's what you'd have right here. It's almost the same design except more kid friendly. I thought, man, y'all going so weird for this shit. It could work, but it does not. I'm sorry. Let's just cut the bullshit right here. It does not. Whatever hope we have for this shit, no, God damn it, no.
You gave this hope.
So me, fuck myself. Yeah, no, hell no. You know, I lived through some shit back in the day.
Vietnam.
I mean, I was in the shit. I've seen Hollywood.
You were in it.
I was in the shit.
Yeah.
You know.
How can you forget such movies as Courage Under Fire and Space Jam?
Movie which I directed and starred in.
Yeah, there you go.
No, man. Here's the thing with this film right here. This movie I felt like it could work because as much as the hipsters and the culture today likes to harken back for, you know, for old shit and nostalgia, man, this could have worked because it is just another E.T. ripoff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, it is.
You remember back in the day? Well, you don't remember. I was back in the day when E.T. came out and E.T. was so successful. You had so many E.T. ripoffs back then. And, you know, man.
I know the infamous one. Mm-hmm. That McDonald's spokesman.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Hector, no.
He like, damn, that was fucked up.
That alien looks drunk as hell.
Mac is me. Shit, Mac look like me right now. He like, damn, he's fucked up. You know, man, Mac and Me was the most notorious one. And I'm going to tell you right now that this is not as bad as Mac and Me. Mac and Me is fucking horrible. You ever want to see something where somebody made a corporate product with no thought but just to like get it out quickly so we can make money? This movie had a fucking McDonald's tie-in.
Yeah.
And they had a whole McDonald's dance number in there. Mm-hmm. And this movie exists just to make money. I feel like this film is not that movie. This film is actually trying to do something. But if you're going to do, here's what we start to like go off the track right here. If you're going to do, because these movies were known as a boy and his alien/creature films.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But if you're going to do a boy and his alien/creature type of movie, then you get a boy.
Yeah.
You don't get no goddamn man in the road. You know?
A 30-year-old high schooler.
Yeah, riding the short bus.
Right? No. That would have been nice if he was riding the short bus.
He was riding the short bus.
Oh, there was a point where he was.
Yeah, with the kids that were like 14. Mm-hmm. So he's like this 30-year-old man.
Yeah.
Like he's like a foot taller than everybody else on the bus. Yeah. And they're just playing and he's just in there. I am a child too.
Yeah. Yeah. We're looking at right now.
What is his name?
Lucas Till. Lucas Till is a man. He ain't no boy. And in this movie, they got a point here where they have him. They got him. They try to push so hard that he's a high school student. We got a grown ass man. This motherfucker look like I know he's in his 20s, but it look like he's in his 30s almost.
Yeah.
And they got him riding a bicycle to school. And I'm looking at this shit right here.
Like a sexual predator.
It does. Look like a mentally challenged Matt Damon riding a bike to school.
Matt Damon.
This Lucas Till, if you don't know who he is, he's about to play. He's so grown. He's about to play the new MacGyver.
Yeah, and he was Havoc in X-Men.
In X-Men.
Right.
Yeah, he was in college at that time. And they got his ass riding a bicycle with a backpack to school, trying hard to convince you that he's a high school student just like everybody else. What's that mean that goes around? Hey, fellow kids, how you doing?
Yeah.
Like he pulls up, and when you see him with other students out there, it's like, you a fucking man.
Yeah. Where's the sheriff?
Let me tell you something. For Hollywood casters, if you're going to do a movie with high school students, you either keep that high school student that's really a grown-ass person away from actual kids.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Are you hire an actual kid? Because you see him, he looks like some old fucking granola hipster fucking chick, a dude like cutting with that hair, but he look like he look like a dude. Look at him compare those two fucking girls over there. That's a grown ass fucking man.
He like their chaperone.
Yeah, carrying him to prom on his bike.
Yeah, there's their permission slip.
Oh, but you can't forget about his love interest in this.
Oh yeah,
Yo girl from Don't Breathe.
Yep,
you're one of your favorite movies of last year. Out here looking like a strung out 25-year-old heroin addict. Shut up. Yes, I'm a high school student too. Can't you tell?
I know, man. I know. Jane Levy.
Yeah.
Jane Levy. You might remember her from the remake Don't Breathe. And when we saw her in Don't Breathe, she was raising a fucking kid.
Yeah.
She was also a college student about to graduate in the Evil Dead remake. In this, she plays a high school student, and she's too goddamn old to be doing this shit too.
So there's a scene where she's talking about, like, I'm trying to get this scholarship. It's like, girl, you've been held back like 10 years.
Yeah.
The dream is dead.
Yeah. It's both these people are too old to be doing what they're doing. And by the way, it's insulting how she is in this movie. Not only is she too old to be in this film, and we know she's not a high school student, but I'll get into it later. She's so into this dude that she's wasted. I've seen this girl be talented. She's wasted in this fucking role.
Yeah, she was very dick blind in this movie, and I don't know why.
Dick blind. I like that. I never even heard that phrase before. But yeah, she was very dick blind.
Very
blinded by the dick.
Yep.
But that's the problem with this guy. Lucas Till, his character's name is Trip in the movie. The problem with him is that not only does he look too old to be playing a high school student, we know it. He doesn't fit in. He's a grown-ass fucking man. We know this. But also, we don't feel nothing for him. If you want to do, again, a trait of these creatures / alien boy in an alien movie, the boys are usually isolated.
Yeah.
They're usually underdogs in some kind of way. Or they're going through life where, they're at an awkward point.
Yep.
They're goofy looking.
Yeah, goofy looking. That makes you kind of like, why they're trying to befriend this creature, because they got nobody else.
Yeah.
Right.
They're fucking losers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Trip ain't got no problems. Trip is handsome. Trip goes to school. Girls throw themselves at him.
He knows how to work on cars.
He knows how to work on. He's manly as fuck. He's a dumb jock. He just doesn't play sports, but he's dumb as fuck.
Biggest dude on the short bus.
He's actually smart. You come to find out.
He's actually kind of smart.
Yeah.
The motherfucker ain't got no problems at all. In fact, to show you how much he has in high school, they got the obligatory bully there to pick on him, but the bully ain't got shit on Trip.
No.
Trip beat the fuck out that bully, and in fact, the girl, who's the girlfriend of the bully in the movie, she wants to fuck Trip too.
Yeah. I like your truck.
Thanks. Oh shit, got my dick. But what it comes down to is that there's no urgency for Trip. We don't root for Trip in any kind of way because Trip got it made.
Yeah.
Trip don't have problems. He lives in North Dakota. Yeah. It looks like that.
It looks like that.
Yeah.
He has no problems.
He's not sympathetic in the least.
Nothing is wrong with Trip. Trip looked like a combination of Matt Damon and John Bon Jovi. He ain't got no fucking problems. There's so many people in this school who love Trip. There's kids who even worship Trip. They want to look like him.
Oh, yeah.
There is.
Trip ain't got no fucking problems. Yeah. That's what made me mad about Trip is going to be fine. But yet they try to make you feel for Trip all of a sudden. And I just want to let you know that Trip, when you look at the movie, Trip is not only fine, but Trip treats people like shit.
Yeah, he does.
Trip, I'm looking at the movie Trip. You want to talk about Jane Levy? Jane Levy, this is an insulting role for her because not only is Jane Levy trying to play an unconvincing high school student, but like Korey Coleman said, she's blick. She is blick. She's dick blind. So I'm trying to save time. Blick. She is dick blind for this dude to the point where Trip picks her up, manhandles her, throws it in a car, and she's like, "Oh, Trip! Oh my God!"
This is an act of kidnapping I'm watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and while she's being kidnapped, I hope you have these scenes, but they just showed them in the trailers too. There's a lot of crime being committed in this movie.
Oh, I'm gonna get to that in a minute.
Oh, my God.
I got you, brother.
Thank you.
I got you.
I hope you noticed that.
No, I noticed that right from the very beginning. There's a lot of bullshit they just ignoring this shit just so you can root for. I know I fucked up.
Today on the news with Korey Coleman.
There's this monster truck causing havoc.
No, this is for a young woman who's rising in her acting career. This is a bullshit role for her.
Yeah.
And you know something? The thing is, damn, it's embarrassing looking at that motherfucker on that bicycle. But you know, this is something where, when you look at it, man, it's you don't have any urgency for Trip. And the thing that could actually make this is if, okay, we don't need Trip to be anybody that we really feel for, but you really start to hate Trip more because Trip is like, we know he's in his 20s. I don't care how many times they fucking talk about he's in high school. That motherfucker been held back about 5 times. You know,
way more. Than 5 times.
Yeah. He's special needs. You know, we know that. But as a grown-ass man, what do they do to try to get us to feel for him? They give us that old shortcut of the daddy issues.
Yeah, my mom is dating Barry Pepper. My life is so hard. Fuck you, Trip.
Yeah, you know, they try to sit up here and tell you like Trip got problems and Trip got everything he want in life. Trip is gonna be fine, but my daddy don't love me. In fact, they got a point where he even came up, and it's so weird too because when you try to put actors in as high school students and they really look older than they do, it just feels uncomfortable.
Yeah,
especially when they're talking to other adults who could be like their older brother instead of their
father. Yeah. I was looking at the guy who played his father in here. I don't have a picture of him, but it was a dude that was just in Luke Cage and
the detective from Luke Cage.
Yeah,
he was the white detective from
Scarf in Luke Cage.
Frank Whaley. Frank Whaley is the actor. You look him up. He went up to him talking. Now he plays his real father in the movie, and they have a scene when they get together. He's talking about, "Hey, Dad," and he's like, "Get your big ass away from me!" And it's like, "Daddy, love me, Daddy."
You're hurting me.
Yeah. And then when they try to do this cheap thing where they show you Trip in his car crying because his dad didn't want to hug him, you know, and it's like, and it's that fake ass crying.
The way he discovers where his dad is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
That's my dad watching the news.
Yeah.
It's like, where did this come from?
He's here?
He's in the same town as you. A town of like 3 people, and you didn't know where he was.
That means your daddy don't love you, man.
Yeah.
He lives like 3 trailers down. Like, why did you not find him?
When your pops lives in a trailer park and there's only 30 people in this town, that means he hates your ass.
Yeah.
That means you should have been an abortion. Trip should gotta get tripped up at the vagina, man. This motherfucker should not even exist. But you know, here's the thing about the movie. A lot of this could have worked. If they had actually just formed the bond between the guy and the creature.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But you can't let that happen because most of the time this creature is encased in the body of a truck.
Getting kicked in the back of the head.
Getting kicked and shoved around. And the thing is, they try to make it sound like, oh, he's having fun. No, this shit looks like imprisonment. It looks like slavery. It looks painful.
Yeah.
They put this motherfucker in a truck and they try to sound like, oh, he's having fun. You don't know. They spend the movie trying to convince you to like be emotional about a truck, not the alien. And by the way, when you look at the truck, there's a living creature that's actually enslaved inside of it.
It's like the truck's a wheelchair for it.
Like, no, you dumb bitch. That's the prequel. Monster wheelchairs. You know?
Is the boy that wrote this in a wheelchair? Because this movie went on some wheelchair thing with the creature and an actor.
And an actor in it, yeah.
No, it's like... is an engine for my truck.
And I don't give a fuck about it.
What?
Stomp on his head real quick.
He's like, kill me. This hurts so bad.
By the way, this kid modded this car overnight to fit an alien creature in it. Overnight, took out the engine, jumped up the suspension, took out parts, made the little visor thing in less than like 6 hours.
No, you don't understand, Corey. The creature is that smart that he can immediately pick up a wrench and start helping him with shit. They have a moment where the creature's just like, hey, you fucking missed a screw right here. Let me help you out. It's like, you gotta be, fuck. God, okay, sure, whatever.
We're going down this way.
Whatever. All right, sure. It's a kids movie. Okay, we're using that excuse. All right, but there's I could even let that slide. But there's a lot of shit in the film where they just do things that does not make sense, and I don't want anybody trying to sit up here and tell me it's a kids movie. It's just for fun. Just let it slide. Why you being so sensitive? Why you being so nitpicky? No, there's some shit in here that don't make sense. Like what you were talking about, where they commit crimes
after crime, after crime.
And
they graduate, actually.
Yeah, they get worse and worse.
And nobody says shit about it. They on the road. Let me just tell you something. They on the road making several, not only moving violations, they crashing the cars. They're putting people's lives at risk. And on top of that, you can see the goddamn creature in the fucking in the fucking front of the car.
Yeah, you can see every little coil around every axle.
There's tentacles in the front of the car. You see the face grinning at you. Did the police show up? No, but the whole time they're actually trying to drive a creature, not a truck, but they're trying to drive an alien. Yeah. And the alien's like, no, fuck you. This hurts, man.
I think now's a good time to take charge.
Let go. I can see better than you. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get back in there.
Trip, watch out!
Oh, no. What are you doing? No.
That shit was happening in Austin. The police would be there in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. This was the first crime. You're like, holy shit. Like, they're just going to keep going? Like, what are you doing? Like, stop. You could have killed that woman.
Do the police show up? No. I mean, forget the fact that they just fucking hit somebody.
Yeah.
You can see the alien in the car. There's tentacles stretching out on all sides.
Yeah.
Nobody sees shit except for that one black dude who's like, hey, man. You know, he hit his car.
Yeah.
They hit one black dude's car like, hey, man.
Never saw him again.
Yeah.
Oh, but it don't even stop from there. The hits just keep on coming.
Oh, yeah.
You think being in traffic, you could probably say, well, they just got away. All right, but what about if a fucking truck just starts flying from rooftop to rooftop? And not just flying, but you can see the creature's arms coming out from the side of it. I mean, nobody is apparently seeing that a car is able to actually land on top of a building made out of fucking, goddamn paper mache almost.
Yeah.
And by the way, the truck is not anywhere near crashing through the roof.
Watch this.
You probably wonder why there's Asian subtitles there. It's because the shit actually turns into a Godzilla movie. He's tearing up the fucking city. I found this clip, and that's what they had on him, but it's appropriate.
Get out of our way, pigeons!
But you other drivers, you were fine.
Did you see that?
Apparently, only the black people are the most observant people in town because
everyone else is just happy and blind.
Like no one sees shit, but the black people are like, "Hey, wait a minute, what the fuck?"
Yeah, Yeah, if I did that, I'd be pulled over immediately. What the fuck, man?
This shit is ridiculous. God damn it! I ain't seen a movie that didn't give a shit like this in a long time. I mean, really. I'm saying didn't give a shit because if you're gonna introduce something as ridiculous as monster trucks, monsters hiding in a truck, then you better fucking own up to whatever ridiculous premise that you have. And I gotta say this too. It is so obvious that at the time, the president of the company, the studio, was not only fucking wilding out on cocaine, but he had power. Because there's people that he pulled into this movie, they show up for a second, and you don't see them again. Maybe you see them at the end of the movie, but then it's another second and they're gone. Amy Ryan's at the beginning of this movie. She's got 20 seconds of dialogue. Her ass is out. You see her for like 2 seconds at the end of the movie to collect her check.
Yep. She came in and was like, all right, y'all got 30 minutes. Y'all can film my shit out. I'm out.
Like the president of the company had some shit on people and said, you got to do this movie. They didn't want to do this shit. And they did it. And they did it for the least amount of obligation that they had to. Goddamn Danny Glover. That made me mad because this is there's been a trend of black dudes in movies just to help the white people move along. Mm-hmm. You know, you remember like in Passengers where Lawrence Fishburne was there just to give somebody something?
And I'm done.
Yeah. Take this. This can help you. My job is done. Bing, 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 bing.
Negro magic.
Yeah. Danny Glover is literally there to say, here's a wrench. My job is done.
Roll on out.
Roll on. He's a fucking cripple.
Oh, damn.
And that's what he is.
He's handicapped, yes.
It's the same thing.
Lord have mercy.
He like, what?
What the fuck you call me?
What Korey say? I'm drunk, y'all. Hey, look. Point is, he only got like 2 minutes in the movie. He's there just there to serve. That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. And Rob Lowe. What? Rob Lowe is in the movie, man. Yeah. They don't even show him the trailer. They don't even show him the trailer. That motherfucker's there just to be the villain and to say just a couple of obligatory villainous lines.
Yeah.
And then he's out.
He has like a bad Southern accent in this movie too for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about oil, so I guess he has to be from the South.
I didn't even think about that. This movie doesn't even take place in South.
Yeah, it takes place in North Dakota.
Right.
You can't get any further north.
They should have been further south.
Why did they give him a Southern accent?
Because don't you know, Dad Burn, Southern means oil.
Oh.
This fool, forgot about that. He got a Southern accent for no reason.
Yeah.
and doing it badly. Doing it badly.
Find this goddamn oil.
These are people that were told to be in this movie. They were strong-armed to be in this movie. I guarantee you. And they were there. And they said, I'll be in it, but for the least amount of time that I had to be. These are people who came in, and they were there. They shot in 1 or 2 rooms.
Yep.
And they were fucking gone after that. This is the point where I would come in and I would do this whole spiel of, but this is a kid's movie. And why be so hard on it? I got to, for the kids out there, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is what you like?
Hey, this was written by a kid, man. Come on.
I'm saying, yeah, exactly. You saw what happened. This is the kids. I ain't gonna use excuse no more. I'll add a little bit of the sauce. I just gotta be honest with you. What the fuck? This is what you like. A cross between Transformers and a squid. This is what you enjoy right here. Because while this might serve 4-year-olds,
yeah,
because that's what this movie is. This movie, I had to sit back and ask, why does this shit even exist? Mm-hmm. Why is this here? And I had to say, there's no reason for this movie to be here except for a visual level. Mm-hmm. A fucking monster in a truck. So in that point of, when you go to that, they're not promising anything more. Mm-hmm. But wow, this movie fucking empty, man. This is a film where when I say why does this movie exist, there's an answer for it. This movie exists because the concept is so goddamn weird that somebody said, yeah, let's do it. This should have been a movie where the jokes were so edgy because they could get away with that in a weird movie like this, that they could come in and go all SpongeBob on this shit, make it as strange, really own up to the premise. Go to certain comical lengths that they want to and be self-aware at what they're doing. But do they do that? No, they do not. And that is the problem with this film. Somebody saw the fucking budget on this movie right here and said, oh, this is too much, so we got to play it safe. And when you try to play it safe, you played yourself with this shit right here. This shit, you cannot take a movie called Monster Trucks with a monster hiding in a fucking truck and then try to actually charge $100 million for it and make it generic. You don't do that shit with this. You push it as far as you can in the weird area. And you didn't do it. And that's why I'm upset about this shit, because I looked at the concept and it's what made me excited about it. Like, I was out there preaching for it. I was like, yeah, this movie's gonna work. It's gonna be good. It's called Monster in the Truck. It's gonna fucking work. How can it not? They ain't that crazy.
Man, you got hoodwinked by monster trucks.
Yeah.
That's on you.
Nickelodeon bamboozled you. Just think about that. The same network that airs SpongeBob got your ass.
And they made the SpongeBob movie, which is one of the weirdest fucking things that I've seen. And I thought maybe, just maybe, I'm a fool.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking fool. You got me on this. I'm an idiot. No, I will admit it right now. Why do I always do this? Why do I believe in this shit? Why do I do this? What is wrong with me?
You're an optimist, man. You can't help it. It sucks for you, but you can't help it.
You know, people like me commit suicide. You know, I'm seeing this shit.
Over monster trucks?
Over here.
Damn. Over monster trucks seems like a
because I'm so optimistic about life, and then shit lets me down. Because I think for once, oh wow, you're gonna do what I thought your potential could do. I don't know, man. Get the fuck. Go ahead.
Can you at least get another 4-year-old to write your suicide note? Yeah, it seems like thematically appropriate.
If it can be made to a movie, yes.
One thing you forgot to bring up, yes, this movie cost $100 million. They're projecting to lose $115 million. You're forgetting about they expected to make $10 million, so it cost $125 there. Then another $25 million to market it. So this movie cost $150 million. This studio fucked up something vicious. And my favorite thing about this is the moment it came on was the music.
Yep.
The music sounded like Danny Elfman on crack and strung out on heroin because it just didn't know what the hell it was doing. I leaned over to Gertz and said, I haven't heard a soundtrack like this since 1995. Yep. Like, what is going on?
Oh, you know
here?
what? They do this more than you think, man. They do that a lot. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things I hated about this film. They do it more than you think.
Dude, it was rough. And then this is something that you pointed out. One of the quietest explosions ever in a movie.
Yeah, at the very beginning.
It starts. Yeah, go for it.
Did you notice that? Like at the very beginning, when I guess it's an oil rig or whatever, where they're mining for oil. There's this big dramatic build up, and it's just like this music is building up. Dun, 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 and that explosion happens, and it's huge. But it's like, the sound levels are all out of whack. It's like, what the fuck am I watching?
And then this movie, it's somehow pro-oil, but also against oil.
Yeah.
Because it's saying, oil companies are bad. They're destroying our land and all this other stuff. Look, they're going to kill these sacred creatures. But then the creatures live off of drinking oil.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, which one do you want? Like, we either give it gasoline or we let it starve to death. Like, you got to pick one.
Well, it's only oil for creatures that we're for, man. You know,
that's the same oil.
Whackness. This reminds me, like you nailed it when you said this soundtrack sounds like something from the 90s. This whole movie feels like something from the 90s. Mm-hmm. Like, remember that direct-to-video movie with Whoopi Goldberg solving crimes with a T-Rex? Called Theodore Rex.
Theodore Rex.
Yeah, Theodore Rex,
This is exactly like one of those movies where it's one of those harebrained ideas, like, who is the sideways asshole who came up with this as you're watching it? This plays out like How to Train Your Dragon if it were written by Larry the Cable Guy. Goddamn mess.
Yeah, wow, man. You couldn't have put it any better way. Because it's like, why Monster Trucks? Because the last time I remember Monster Trucks, it was like near the end of the 90s, 2000s, like Sunday, yeah. Monster Truck Show. It was
Grave digger.
Yeah, it was a fucking, like, that's why I was wondering, why does this exist? Are Monster Trucks still that popular? You know, what is it about this that really brought this in? I don't know. I'm confused by this movie, man.
It was basically somebody, I guess this kid saying, well, people like Fast and Furious and kids like E.T.
Yeah.
Let's smash them together and make a movie. And you get Monster Trucks with just so much crime. It's out of control. And they, like we said, they graduate. They go from like skidding the side of that lady's car to destroying an entire car lot, which you just saw in the trailer, to flat out murder. Like that creature kills at least 5 people in this.
Does
movie.
it?
Yeah, they showed it in the trailer where he grabs the axles of those 2 trucks going next to him.
Yeah.
And those people, it's great because you can see it was literally a crash test dummy when they showed the crash. It just flies forward.
Oh, one other thing to point out. This movie has the best / worst use of the Wilhelm scream I've ever seen.
I saw that, man. I saw that.
We died.
I told you, that's the best thing about any movie. Whether it's a bad movie or a good movie, that second that shit pops up, you're gonna laugh. It's great.
I saw that because in most movies, if you don't know the Wilhelm scream, you've heard it. You don't know what it is, but you've heard it. It's something when you hear somebody scream before they're about to die, get shot in the like, and you've heard it over and over again. But the most of the times I've heard it mixed in with shit. They made that shit front and center. I heard how
they cut the music. That's what they stopped. The whole time it was like cut. No.
Do we want to?
Yeah.
Do we want to give it away? How they do it?
Man, what the fuck? Yeah. Why not?
It's a dude looking at the camera. He goes, but you hear, you hear the Wilhelm scream. This is a guy looking at the camera, coming at you.
It's the clearest, cleanest I've ever heard the Wilhelm scream, man. Yeah. Korey Coleman was right. He's like, the band started. Hold on. This dude's like, I didn't even know when I'm alone.
Like, whoa.
I never heard that shit. Fuck you, movie shit. I ain't never heard that shit. This is amateur hour, this fucking film, man. I'm being serious. This movie really should not exist, man.
They should be ashamed of themselves. And this is only the 2nd week of January. They have ruined the year already. Yeah.
They didn't wait. They didn't waste no time.
Like, check this shit out.
I'm telling y'all, this is I would give this movie credit for being just almost notoriously bad. You got to go. Movies work hard to be this bad sometimes.
Especially with a $150 million budget.
Yeah.
But they didn't even spend yet. This shit lost Hear us now. This shit lost $100. It's almost like they just dropped the shit. They're like, what'd you do with the $150 million? I don't know, man. It was back here somewhere. They lost $150 million before anybody even saw this shit. That's going out of your way to fuck up. This movie right here.
That's an achievement.
Yeah.
It is. This shit, man. There's a lesson to be learned here. And I don't know how. I mean, this is Paramount. Paramount has been going through a lot of trouble right now.
Really?
Paramount, seriously. Paramount has been one of the lowest grossing studios in the last year or so.
Even with Transformers?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, they have they're going through some problems with their books, man. At least that's what I read. If I'm wrong, then please, seriously, correct me.
I've heard that too.
They spend all their money on this.
They have staple properties that are doing well. Mm-hmm. And those are the ones that they rely on. Outside of that, a lot of their outside projects have not been that great, and this is an example of it. And I don't work in Hollywood. Who the fuck am I? I don't know. But
you're no 4-year-old.
I'm not. Yeah, apparently I'm no 4-year-old screenwriter. What do I know? But I do think that if you're gonna spend $100 million plus on a movie, do not spend it on a movie that is pretty much a commercial for a toy that doesn't exist from 2 decades ago. Yeah. That's what this is. Monster Trucks, we never saw that toy because that's what I thought. Like, this is a toy from like the 90s. No, this is some original concept. And that's what it looks like. This is a straight to DVD movie that somehow somebody got bamboozled into spending $100 million for. And I'm no executive, but I'm not even. I'm only a businessman as far as my business goes. But for me, that sounds like a way shitty business decision. I don't know, and that's where you fucked up right here. That could have
only there.
Yeah, this showed promise, and it could have been something. I mean, it's so weird. That's why people are like glomming onto this because there's a whole community out there that says I'm going to see Monster Trucks. I'm defending this movie, and unfortunately, I was one because they thought it was they were like me. They thought it was so crazy that it might work. But here's the final product. It's bullshit, people. I'm not giving it a fuck you because there are movies that I've seen much worse than this, but. for the lack of thought that went into this, yeah. This is easily some bullshit. Easily.
I'm still baffled.
It's some lovable bullshit, but it's bullshit.
I'm still baffled that you said there's a community trying to defend this movie. Are you sure you didn't just make that up?
I read an article from someone from a horror site that says, I am going
horror
to...
site was talking about monsters?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty horrifying.
Yeah. It says, I defend monster trucks. I will see this film. Yeah, I know, man. I know.
Why would y'all do that?
Yeah.
That's a horrible decision. You shouldn't be entrusted with anything in life.
Yeah.
What y'all think, man?
I think you hit the nail on the head, man. There's not a lot of words to describe how horrible this kids movie is. They literally, it seems like they go out of their way to make it bad because, like you said, this seems like there were moments where you could have turned this into something good or at least hired kid actors. So you'd be like, all right, they're new to the game, so they understand, like, not somebody that is well past the drinking age.
I see that part where they like tore up that car lot.
Yeah, like this turns into a crime spree movie. It's like Bonnie and Clyde without guns, but it's something where I feel like they thought they had something on their hands. They thought they had a franchise. They even set this up to be a sequel near the end. Oh yeah, they set this up.
Oh, no bullshit, man. They set this up to be a sequel. They did. Yeah. Monster planes,
monster trains, monster hoverboards.
Let's see how they play out.
Like they said, monster wheelchairs. You don't know.
Yeah, and it just seems like they were literally just filming this and writing the script as they were going along. Like they had a little 4-year-old on set. It's like, all right, now make them jumps on roofs. All right, we're done there. Fix another car. Like, well, what the fuck is this kid doing here? Hey, he's the boss's son. Chill out. They wasted a lot of money here. There's the murders. One of the too many murders. This movie was a mess. It is a fucking hot mess. The music's a mess. The filming is the mess. The CG, it's a mess. The perfect word for this movie is mess, obviously. That should be the tagline. It's not a fuck you because this movie didn't generally make me mad or like make me feel something come out of it like, how dare they? But it's just a question of why.
That's what I'm saying. Why is this shit here? Why does it exist?
So you get some old bullshit from me. You know why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with both of you on pretty much everything. But I especially agree with your point that you raised that I could actually see this concept working if you had someone like Edgar Wright doing this. I think it could be fucking hilarious. But they clearly had no interest in doing something like that.
Camp.
Yeah.
In South Africa. Trucks.
I would take that, man. Why? We are making goddamn better movies right now than you ever could with this shit right here.
Neil Blomkamp got Charlton Copley driving this fucking truck. Like, that shit could be really funny, but they weren't interested in that. They weren't interested in taking a chance. It's not a fuck you because it never made me angry or anything like that, though hearing that a 4-year-old was responsible for
That's kind of a fuck you right there.
That 4-year-old said fuck you to everybody.
Somebody said that he was like a champion division fighter in the kindergarten division.
What?
I read that in an article. Because he knocked out a bunch of fucking executives taking this shit out. Because people lost their jobs with this shit, man.
Yeah.
Put this on his resume for like his McDonald's job.
Oh yeah,
like I brought monster trucks.
Totally. So yeah, it doesn't get anything right. It's a huge misfire. It's pretty much just an unwashed butthole of a movie that has no reason to exist. So for that, I give it a some old bullshit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, people. I don't know, man. Shit, if your kid makes you go watch this shit, choke that motherfucker.
Okay, Crease, let's get you fed.
I like your truck.
Thanks.